Watch me up pot some cucumbers using solo cups. Here's your size comparison. Now let's get started. I'm only gonna go about halfway, so about this much. Make sure to add some drainage holes before you plant. Boom, okay, so now that we got our plants, let me show y'all how I take these out of the pot. I would recommend that you water these in beforehand. It will make everything come out in one piece a lot easier. What I like to do is just press on these sides to loosen the soil and also get it to stop sticking. I then slide the stem of the plant in between my fingers, just like this, to where the leaf is on top, and flip. This way I can ensure that I do not break the stem and I don't damage any of the root development going on here, which looks beautiful, by the way. And we're gonna backfill this with soil after we finish the rest of these. The reason I'm taking the plants out of the pot this way is to minimize the risk of transplant shock. I try not to have to handle these roots as much as possible. Flipping into my palm and then into the cup ensures that I never touch the root. Say you're using a paper towel roll method, right? You can either try to squeeze this out and dump it that way, but it most likely isn't going to work because a lot of the times the roots will grow through this. So what I like to do is actually just unwrap it, and instead of reusing this, I would just throw it into my compost. But this makes it a little bit easier for me to get these out without damaging roots. But you'll see here, it grew in through the bottom. So all I'll do is tear that piece and allow that to stay in here. This will break down once I transplant these into the ground. It won't do much while they're in these little cups, but once it's in the ground, yes. Now that these are ready, let's make sure to backfill with our soil. Due to these blocks being a little solid because of the root development, I make sure to really pack that soil tight. Let's go ahead and water them in. And I want you guys to know that I specifically wait to transplant until it's later in the day once it starts to get cooler out and the sun starts to set, so that these plants do not have to go through any type of stress. And that's all for ghetto gardening.